nature to catch up. If I get behind with anything, even if it's in a good cause, I have to catch up. Maybe I should just not. That's not me. So here is the reading for today, the 28th of December, 2024. Whoops. And it's called A Closet of Plant Skeletons. Closet of Plant Skeletons. And my mouse is not behaving. And it's still not behaving. Here we are. This quote is from Fred Dale. I looked up a bunch of Fred Dales. I don't know which one this is. My green thumb came only as a result of the mistakes I made while learning to see things from the plant's point of view. Maybe I should have put Fred Dale naturalist or something. Still not obvious. Anyway, my green thumb came only as a result of the mistakes I made while learning to see things from the plant's point of view. Fred Dale. And Ernest Holmes in The Power of an Idea says, failure does not mean the loss of something. Failure occurs only if the loss of that thing takes our enthusiasm, our courage, our zest for life, our faith, our conviction, and our happiness from us. That is failure indeed. That's Ernest Holmes, The Power of an Idea, page 56, paragraph 3. And the reading's actually quite short today. This is Rev Kris Alexander. She says, when I think about failure, the first thing that always comes to mind is plants. I love plants. When I lived in Napa, I had hundreds of them, mostly succulents that were always blooming and growing in amazing ways. People would see my collection and inevitably say, oh, I wish I had a green thumb. Or they might even say, I have a black thumb. I kill everything. Plants, that is. I always told them that this beautiful collection of plants had a closet full of skeletons, literally. Learning how to grow plants and support them into thriving requires a lot of accidentally killing plants. I don't know a single person with a green thumb who hasn't killed a lot of plants. It's just part of the process. Yet, despite the fact that I've killed dozens of plants, I still consider myself a gardener. This isn't about the failures, it's about the successes. Both the knowledge from the failures and the beauty from the successes are necessary to have an amazing garden. Every failure leads me forward, teaching me valuable lessons that help me grow and thrive, just like my plants. What have been your most important failures? Good question. No one come to mind right now. Obviously, there have been a bunch of them. Oh yeah, there was. Yes, I know what it was. I'll tell you the one that I remember most was this. I've done a lot of public speaking to small groups and really large groups. And one time, a friend asked me if I would go and teach, not Sunday school, but it was a teenage group at the church. And usually, before I go on stage or in front of a whole bunch of people, I'm at least a little nervous because I think you need that little those little nerves to get the edge. It gives you an edge. The expression in Toastmasters is you get the butterflies in your stomach and then you help them fly formation. Well, this one particular time, I had zero nerves. I thought, yeah, it's easy. I've got this. It was awful. And that taught me the lesson that it's okay to have nerves before you give a speech of any sort, in whether it's a Creative Life Spiritual Center on a Sunday, or it was before a whole hundreds of people at Shell, or before groups of people in international exhibitions, or 13 people in a Toastmasters meeting. Really doesn't matter. You need those little nerves. So yeah, I would say that is the failure that taught me that it's okay to have those nerves. What about you? What have been your most important failures? But the point I take from all of this is I can actually learn from this because I'm not the world's greatest gardener, but I would like to be better with plants. But now she's taught me, hey, she killed a whole bunch and she's considered a good gardener. I can do the same. But what it teaches us is this: that when we quote fail unquote, we really don't fail. It was Edison who said, and I forget the exact number. Somebody said, "Oh, you failed to create a light bulb, whatever it was, 1,000 times." And he said, "No, I just found a way not to do it." The bottom line is, if we learn from our mistakes, it really isn't a failure. It's only a failure when we refuse to look and see what happened and see how we can learn from it. So we learn from our mistakes and then we move on forward and we don't keep churning them over. Human beings are wonderful at churning things over in their minds afterwards. God, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Oh no. What was in my mind when I did that? No, we learn from our mistakes and we move forward. And we forgive ourselves when we make mistakes, just like we forgive anybody else. Well, that's it. The affirmation: just as a garden flourishes through both its blooms and its withered leaves, I embrace both my successes and failures as a vital part of my growth. You just cut it short and say, I embrace both my successes and failures as vital parts of my growth. Well, there you are. We have caught up. We have caught up. So until tomorrow, Reverend Lisa, 9:15 in the morning, Creative Life Spiritual Center, 11 a.m. in person, online, Facebook, our Facebook page. It will be streamed from there, and I'll be back tomorrow evening. So until next time, namaste.